there's been a lot of conversation and people talking about the track in the Circuit de Catalunya, whether turn one is now becoming too dangerous. And, for me, I find this pretty funny that people are actually talking like this. Turn one has always had an affinity on majority of tracks to cause some drama. Look at Circuit de Americas, look at Austria's turn one, for example. The next race that we go to in Misano, of course, there's always going to be a problem with turn one, especially at the start. Someone makes a balls at the start and they try and make it up in the brakes. Someone has a really good start and they're trying to make sure that they stay out in front. And there's someone who just decides to move under brakes and take a load of people out. Now, in Bastianini's circumstances, he just got it fucking wrong. He braked way too late, and you could see the rear wheel was lifting off the ground. He got a penalty of a long lap, which is consistent to the penalty that Jorge Bam Bam Martin got for his turn one incident in Austria. But for me, when I look at people talking about turn one, I think it's pretty silly to say, if the track has a problem or there's something wrong with the track, because the track doesn't have a problem. When you look at the riders, or look at the track, for example, the only corners that have changed are the last couple of corners towards the end of the track. So for all of the riders' careers, that any rider that is on the MotoGP grid right now, they've grown up at Circuit de Catalunya. They've ridden different bikes on Circuit de Catalunya. They know what turn one is. They know the risks going into turn one. And some people make mistakes. And that's fine to make a mistake and get your punishment. Is Bastianini a sort of person that would normally take out people? No, not really. He's not that sort of rider. He made a balls of it. He got, in my view, a soft penalty, but saying that he got a harsh penalty in the injuries that he has. Now remember, Bastianini is now out for the next 3 races. So it's not ideal that he is coming back from injury and he's a couple of races in and he gets injured again. But for me, when people talk about Circuit de Catalunya, I think turn one, cold tyres, full of piss and vinegar, as Jake says, to gain places or to try and make up places from a very bad start. And of course, they outbrake themselves. And of course, that's where, at the start, multiple riders are. We've always seen incidents in turn one in every circuit. It's not just Circuit de Catalunya. Circuit de Catalunya does have the issue where it is high speed. But again, for me, that's the riders need to take responsibility here, not the track. The track is the track. It's always been the track, always will be the track. They know the corner. They need to adjust their speed accordingly. So for me, when I look at it, I don't see a safety concern there, but I do see that riders need to take a little bit more responsibility going into that track to make sure they and the rest of them get around turn one. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of turn one in Catalunya? Do you think it needs to be changed? Or do you think it needs to be left the fuck alone? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.